this morning. Hot off the presses here, the Chiefs trading All-Pro guard Joe Thuney to Chicago. Whoa. Chicago making an awesome trade. I love this. What do they get back, those Chiefs? A 2026, a future fourth-round pick. This comes a day after the Bears traded for Jonah Jackson, which we did not even talk about on yesterday's show because it was so jam-packed. But he, of course, spent time connective tissue rule with Ben Johnson up in Detroit. What a home run for Chicago. This is Ben Johnson going and saying, this is what I said in the morning meeting when this happened. He went into Pohl's office and he put his feet up. Oh, gosh, I'm too short to do this. And he said, listen here, Poles, we're going to run this back. We're going to say, what was I successful doing up in Detroit for these Lions? What was my stamp on success? It was the trenches. It was the Carmen Vitale special. It was Penei Sewell. It was Ragnow. It was Decker. Caleb, ipso facto on the Chicago side, sacked a league-leading 68 times last year. Were some of those on him? I don't know. Chicago fans skewered future Hall of Famer Luke Kuechly about this, saying, no, he doesn't hold on to the ball too long. Yeah, he does. Some of it's on him. A lot of it's on the offensive line. 108 hits overall is crazy talk. This is a dire situation. It needs to be addressed. I'm so happy for Chicago, for Ryan Poles to say, all right, Ben Johnson, I see you. We're going to work. We're going to collab. We're going to make this big dent. People, dost thou understand before free agency even starts? What a win. What a home run. Chicago attacking this. How can we not be excited? Like, let's go, Bears fans. And beyond the help that Thuney's going to give you on the field, what he's going to be able to do to help protect Caleb and whoever those running backs are, and I'm sure they're going to hit the draft for some of them. I know Swift is there. But that should be addressed here, I'm sure, too, a la Ben Johnson in Detroit and that footprint. You're getting a dude who's coming with 4 Super Bowl rings and 2 All-Pros. That matters, too. That is a guy you can build around in this rebuild of not only the offensive line, but the team and the idea that you can win and be successful. We're waiting to see how all the financials work out, where the decimal points turn out to be. But the Bears will at least have $40 million left to spend in free agency after this. And they're picking in the top 10 at number 10, right? So it has me thinking, you know, Ashton Jeanty, to be frank with you. It has me thinking, is he in play there at 10? The Lions, of course, took Gibbs at 12 a couple of years ago. Wouldn't put it past him to take a big swing on that or beef up the line. Either way, very exciting day for Chicago, and I hope Chicago wins. Are enjoying it as they should. And there's no, you know, I know like Hamilton trades get made, like we won't really know how it'll look until like 5 years from now, but like, no, we love a low-risk home run for the Chicago. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying Chicago won this side. There's a KC side of this too that you can't like put it past Veach because he's probably got a plan. But just like, okay, Chicago, I'm listening. Yeah,
and they're two franchises at very different stages. So for the Bears, they have a lot of money to spend, and it makes sense for them to take on the cap hit of a Thuney. And I think he was phenomenal last year for Kansas City. He held that offensive line together all year and covered up a lot of the holes that ended up rearing their head in that Super Bowl. But he is still playing at such a high level. This is a huge win for them. And yeah, for Kansas City, they're at a different place right now because they have a lot of big contracts on the books and they can't pay everybody. And these are the tough decisions you have to make.
Yeah, and I think the right reaction from Chiefs fans should be, I love it and I hate it. Like, you hate it because of what Joe Thuney means to your organization. There's an emotional pool, but it's the responsibility of the front office and Veach, and he has done this better than everybody in winning now and also considering your future. Does having Patrick Mahomes help? Sure. But Joe Thuney is fantastic. But he's also turning 33 this year. You also have to plan for your future. You also, and I'm sure he's got, you know, he's not playing checkers. He's chessing it up. He's 17 steps ahead. And the move, this single move, saves the Chiefs $16 million worth of cap space. And it came down to having to do something that you love and hate. You love ensuring your future and making the right moves at the right time, but also, you know, having to sacrifice. I don't know, you have to sacrifice Thuney. You got to keep 25-year-old Trey Smith instead. It makes a lot of sense, right? Why can't I think of the other offensive lineman? He's 25 too, or 20. He's even younger.
Oh, Kingsley at 22 that they're going to move. They're going to move him to guard, second round pick last year. Played left tackle. It didn't really work out there. So it sounds like everything we're hearing, he's going to move to left guard. So yeah, more youth there on the O-line.
More youth there on the O-line is what we're looking for. So yeah, we're looking at that. There was another part of this that I wanted to get to though, because I mean, you got to look at and just it sucks. Some GMs have clearance to this next level in the video game, where you just have blind faith in them.
Yeah.
And it's lazy of me, but like, get over it. Like Veach is in a small, world of these guys that exist where it's like, yeah, you can trade Tyreek and like, all right, like you can do that. So yeah.
Yeah.
The path is getting toughy for Patrick, right? But he's also going to be on this revenge tour. And yeah, Veach is in this blind faithy place where I'm like, yeah, and it'll be great. It'll all be great.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it all out. That's just what they sort of earn. Now, I'm hearing that there's news on Hubbard. What is going on? I don't know anything. Tell me everything.
Yeah, so the Bengals
wow.
released Sam Hubbard, and then immediately after, he announced his retirement, which is kind of shy. Still just 29 years old for Sam. Obviously, has been dealing with a lot of injuries the last couple of years. But, yeah, I mean, it's a move that saves the Bengals almost $10 million in cap space as they try to pay everybody, but didn't see this one coming and walking away from the game at 29. But
I won't say that I saw it coming, but I definitely told you last year that there's a lot of like, oh, he's not playing the way he used to, or like whatever, like maybe it's all the changes and all the losses that they share, personnel-wise. It's a health thing for sure. Like there's stuff going on. Like it's
Yeah, and it's tough. Yeah, he's in his entire career as a Bengal meant so much to that team.
And the way he played, he gave his body
plays.
to that organization. So I think that I hope everybody's doing a beautiful retrospective of everything that he's done. From this moment. I mean, unbelievable. Huge part of how they got to that Super Bowl. And a loss and like a star that they very much kept when they've departed with the Jesse Bateses and the DJ Readers of the world over the years. I hate to see this. I hate to bring up the money part of this. I'm sure that went into part of the release. Is it like $10 million they're saving? What are they saving? Do we know?
Yeah, it's in the ballpark. It's a little over $9 million that they're going to save against the cap with all these big contracts they have to hand out.
I wonder if retiring is retiring. I imagine, like, I don't super believe in retiring anymore. I don't believe in it as a concept as it relates to the NFL. Gosh, I'm shocked by that a little bit. I'm going to dig into that. I'm going to see what I can find out. But for now, it's just what a career. What a career by Sam. Walking away from it for now or for good at the age of 29, I do believe. Chester just texted me. Hi, Dad. So excited. News coming on your show about Chiefs-Bears trade. Yeah!
There you go.
My dad secretly does not love the Chiefs, and I think it's very funny because he's obviously like got my nieces and my sister-in-law and everybody. But he's kind of like, he like secretly only to me isn't that in on them. But he'll wear the red shirt Super Bowl Sunday. He'll cheer for them, of course, and do all those things. It's very funny.